How do we hear? How do we see? What makes up the air we breathe? How does a plane fly over the sea? How do the planets float so weightlessly?
Let's go! Let's go!
It's technology.
Let's go! Let's grow!
Science, you and me.
Let's go! Let's go!
We're learning every day.
Let's go! Let's grow!
Engine leads the way.
Hi everyone, welcome to Engine, an educational show for all the family. A show where we help you to keep on learning, keep on inquiring, and keep on discovering. Today, we are going to learn about something very interesting. It's a machine that can have arms and legs and a head just like a human. It can be taught how to think, but it can't feel emotions. It's been a subject of many great movies for kids and adults alike, like Transformers, for example. Have you got it? Well then, it's time to switch on our brains, get our thinking hats on, cultivate our curiosity, and get ready to learn about robots. But wait, we have a special guest joining us today, Miss Bot. Miss Bot, come over and say hi.
Hi, friends.
Miss Bot is kind of a robot expert because, well, she's one.
It's technology.
From what you see in movies like Transformers, you might think that robots are special alien beings who can transform from cars into walking and talking metal bodies that look a lot like humans.
But that's just a movie.
Exactly! But real robots are much more than that. They can do more amazing things.
Yes!
A robot is a machine designed by humans to perform specific tasks. Some of these tasks are tasks that humans can do, but they are tedious. So people design robots to do these things for them. For example, industrial robots often do repetitive tasks in factories. Then, some robots help people with super complicated tasks, like very difficult surgeries, because they are good at measuring and doing things very carefully. They help people not to make mistakes. And then some robots do things that people can't do because of where they are located. These kinds of robots can go deep undersea to look at sea creatures where the pressure is too much for a human being. Or they can go far into space to visit planets that humans can't get to. There are very tiny robots that can be swallowed and travel through the human digestive system, taking photos for hard-to-diagnose illnesses that can't be seen on things like X-rays or ultrasounds.
I cannot do that.
Cheer up! You're one of a kind, Miss Bot.
Whee!
To find out more about robots, we are going to go to a very special place where young people make robots. Ready?
Whee!
Let's go!
Let's go! Let's go!
It's technology.
Hello, welcome to Northern Uganda. Today, I have my very good friend, Teacher Cinderella.
Hi, Shiba. Hi, everyone.
Teacher Cinderella works with an organization called Oysters and Pearls Uganda.
Oysters and Pearls Uganda is an edutech organization that teaches students how to use science, technology, math, and engineering to create projects that can help to solve community problems. Do you want to see our makerspace?
What is a makerspace?
Come and I'll show you.
This is amazing!
This is a makerspace, a special place where students make projects. Do you want a tour?
Absolutely! Wow, that's an interesting robot. What does it do?
This is Voyer. It's a voice command robotic arm. You can tell it to do anything and it will do it for you. This is Innocent. She's in the team which created this project.
Hello everyone, call me Ama Innocent, and this is a voix. It's a French word which means voice. This robot functions with the voice. It's an app which you get from the phone, and then you give your instructions to the phone, then the robot performs the instructions.
All right, let's try it.
Yeah, you can try it.
What do I have to say?
You have to give the command, like for example, if you want it to go back, tell it back. If you want it to go forward, tell it front.
Up?
No, it won't work because that's not the command given to it.
Raise.
There we go.
Wow. Lower. So what is this one about?
This is a flexi glove. It helps in the rehabilitation of stroke patients. And this is Mercy. She has been working on this project for the past 1 month, and they have just come up with the first prototype. And I think you can try it on. So this is the exoskeleton. The stroke patient is going to wear this. Since for them they can't move their hands, they need something for them to move their hands. And then this are flex sensors, as you can see. These ones are the ones which are programmed, and they are programmed in such a way that they can control this. My hands are okay, but her hands are not fine. So if I move these flex sensors, they're able to bend and go back to their original position. So if I bend this, her hands are also supposed to bend. If we keep doing this for some good time, she's going to be able to regain her mobility again.
Whoa, what is that?
Oh, that's actually the biggest robot we have here. Thank God you have noticed. Come and I introduce you to Tara.
All right. Hello.
So this is Tara, and this is Joshua and Victor. They're the ones who have been working on Tara.
It can do movements in a lot of positions from the robotic arm, as you can see. And then given these 2 chain wheels, it can move forward and backward, and then can turn in any direction. Give it right or left. Then take a look at this hand. It can grab something or catch something, then drop it down.
We also used a couple of materials that can locally be sourced. For example, we used wood, plywood, and we used some bits of acrylic. There's some plastic called acrylic. As you can see, the grip. The bicycle parts, if you can see the wheels, they're made of chains, and then gears from the printer parts. You can see it has the storage containers. In case it's picking multiple packages, it can pick, and then the arm turns will be powering it. The arm turns, and then it drops in one of the packages.
Wow, we have learned so much today. We have seen some robots and also discovered that robots are machines built by human beings to perform different tasks. Thank you so much, Cinderella, for taking us through a beautiful makerspace.
You're welcome, and thank you very much for visiting. Hope you had fun and learned a lot. Bye.
Bye.
Hey, not too quick. You have to wash your hands for 20 seconds. I will show you how. Palm to palm. Back of hands. Between fingers. Backs of the fingers. Thumbs. Fingernails. Rinse and dry. Great job! Well done!
Let's grow.
Science, you and me.
You've seen how robots are made and what they can do. But how do the robots know what they are supposed to do? Do you think they have brains?
Well, kind of. We are very clever.
Robots have parts for thinking, but those are different from the brains that humans have. Humans need to tell the robot thinking parts what to think and how to think. That's called programming. Don't worry, we'll talk about programming, but first things first. You need to know the parts of a robot. In Transformers, the robots had a head, arms, legs, lots of body parts that looked like humans.
Robots can have hands, legs, the head, the body, and some parts inside, just the way human beings also have parts inside. All parts of a robot can be grouped into 3 categories.
Do you remember this robot? Let me remind you. It's Voye, which was made by young engineers at the Makerspace. The first category of parts for a robot is called the mechanics. This includes all the parts that help a robot to move. You can think of it like the robot's body, just like a human has a body. The second category of parts on a robot is called electronics. This includes wires and electrical components like resistors, capacitors, and power systems like batteries. Other important electronics on a robot are the sensors, which work just like the human senses. They take in information so the robot knows what is happening in the world around them. The wiring, the power systems, and the sensors, these are all parts of the electronics category in a robot.
Sensors on a robot like me are similar to your senses. When building a robot, you need to program it so that it can sense objects around it. Robots use sensors to avoid running into walls or falling into water, and to know it is the right time to perform their task.
The third category has to do with the parts that a robot uses to think or to process information, just like a human brain. It is the software or programming, which is how a robot processes information. You will learn about programming in the next segment of our show.
Robots were designed to mimic humans in a lot of ways. Imagine if you were a robot. Which part of your body would be the mechanics? Which part would be the electronics? Which part would be the software or programming?
We're learning every day.
Shiba, we still haven't talked about the most interesting part of all for robots. How they think, how I think, the software.
Oh, yes, you're right. So, the brain part of a robot is called software. But in order for a robot to think, a person like you or me needs to write that software, which means basically tell the robot what to think. Sometimes this is really simple, like giving the robot instructions for how to do a specific task. But sometimes it's much more complicated and interesting because you can give a robot instructions for how to make decisions. This is like teaching the robot how to think, and it's a very interesting field of computer engineering called machine learning. But today, we are going to look at how to tell a robot what to think and how to do one specific task. Computer engineers do this by writing a computer program or software for the robot. A computer program is just a set of instructions that tells a robot the steps needed to do a specific task or what actions to take in response to a specific input. Let's try an example. Trish, our young scientist and future programmer, is going to help us. Hi, Trish.
Hi.
Your task is to write a computer program to instruct me to drink this glass of water.
Okay, no problem, I think. Miss Shiba, pick up that glass of water and drink it.
Trish, when not yet programmed, a robot doesn't know what a glass is. They don't know what water is, and they don't know what the action words pick or drink mean unless you tell them. Try again and try to make the instructions so simple so everything is well defined.
Okay, this isn't so easy.
You can do it, Trish. In programming, I usually think to myself that everything needs to happen step by step. Imagine you were going to drink that glass of water. What is every single step you would take?
Let's see. Okay, Miss Shiba, walk to the table. Oh no! Okay, I can do this. Let's try again. Miss Shiba, walk forward 3 steps and then stop.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, stick your left arm out in front of you.
You're getting it, Shiba.
Lower your hand to the table and hold on to the glass. Then lift the glass up and bring the glass to your face. Miss Shiba, I'm so sorry I got you so wet.
No worries, Trish. I've made bigger messes with robots before. Computer programming is a skill you learn by practicing over and over and over and not being afraid of a few messes. Think you're so close to success. Do you want to try this one more time?
Okay, I can do this. Miss Shiba, go forward 3 steps until you reach the table and then stop.
1, 2, 3.
Stick your left arm out in front of you. Now slowly lower your hand to the table. Rotate your arm so your palm faces the side of the glass. Move your arm to the right slowly until the palm touches the side of the glass. Okay, now wrap your fingers around the side of the glass. And now tighten your fingers around the glass and slowly lift the glass up while keeping the glass level, not tipping to one side or the other until your hand is as high as your mouth. Now, Miss Shiba, bring your hand to your mouth until the edge of the glass is at your lips. Now tilt the glass slowly until water pours from the glass into your mouth.
Yay! Trish, you did it! Those instructions were simple enough and clear enough to be a computer program that tells a robot how to do a specific task. One last cool fact about computer programming is that different robots use different languages which are called programming codes. Each computer code is like a different language that people speak. Really good computer engineers know lots of different codes so they know how to program lots of different kinds of robots.
I never knew robots spoke different languages like people do. That's amazing.
You're welcome, Trish. I can't wait to see the computer programs you are going to make.
Hello kids, my name is Miss Brenda and I'm a technology coach at a school in Ghana. I enjoy playing with computers, but you know what I love doing the most? Making robots. Robots are computers that can do anything you want them to do. Sometimes they can even speak. Yes, computers can speak too. Robots can do several things. Let me tell you different examples. For instance, if you're sick and you're very far away from the hospital, robots can be sent to bring medicine to you. If you're stuck in traffic, Robots can help you navigate the traffic, just like police officers do that in traffic for us. And the coolest things about robots is that they can play games too. Yes, robots can play games too.
Can it contain him? Snapping ankles along the way.
So I'm sure right now you're wondering, Miss Brenda, how can I make these robots? It's very simple. All you need is to assemble their parts and talk to them using a computer language called computer programming. Furthermore, you need to continue being curious and learn more about science so that one day you can make robots just like I do. Adios, bye-bye.
Are you a teacher? Do you want to be part of our show? The Africa Teacher Challenge is on. Record a 2-minute video lesson on a subject you are passionate about. Upload it on YouTube and send us the link on ngtvafrica@gmail.com. If we use your video in our show, you will receive $150. Let's go.
It's time for a brain booster. Describe what a robot is to a younger sibling. A robot is you probably used your own words to describe it, but we usually say that a robot is a machine built by human beings to perform different tasks. Which of the following is not true? Robots can perform surgeries. Robots can think by themselves. Robots can look like humans. Statement B is not true. Robots can't think by themselves. They can only be told by humans what to think. People who teach robots how to think are called programmers. What are mechanics, electronics, and software? Names of different types of robots, groups of robot parts, languages that robots speak. The answer is B. Mechanics, electronics, and software are the 3 groups of robot parts.
Hey, did you know that Legura exercise makes your brain smart? So let's get to it. Today we are going to dance robot dance. You can have a look what I'm going to do. Yes, you can do it. And we start front times 4. 2, 3, 4. And you opposite your arms. 1, 2, 3. And then you turn, you shift your body side while you're facing on screen. And then later you facing front, side. And then you bend, you come back, you shift your body front, and you're facing front. Then that is the end of our robot. Yeah? Can we try to do it quick? Yeah? Let's try. 5, 4, here we go. Perfect! Good! Wow, that was amazing. So remember to exercise every day.
Wow, Miss Bod, it has been quite an interesting day. We learned what a robot is and what parts a robot needs to have.
And you saw a makerspace where young people make robots. I think you now know that anyone can make a robot using their knowledge of math and science and a little bit of creativity.
Yes, and that you need to be very precise when you are writing the computer code that tells a robot what to think and how to do their tasks. Otherwise, it can make a big mess. Hope you're excited to think more about robots and what kind of science you need to learn in order to make your very own robot.
I can't wait to see what kind of robots you invent.
Remember to keep on learning, keep on inquiring, and keep on discovering.
Bye.